Hello, and welcome to Fab Friday. So I have a little bit of a fun thing to show you with this layout. So these 4 project life cards were designed by one of our sparklers, Rachel Stewart, and she was super sweet and shared them with us, and they are awesome. So I knew right away that I wanted to use them on my layout, but that was it. That was the only plan I had. I wanted to use them, and I wanted to use them with these 2 photos. And the funny part is that even though this layout, like I went into and started this layout really without a plan, I had a couple of products pulled and that was about it. When it was all said and done, this layout only took me like 25 minutes. So for those of you in the 15 Minutes to Scraps Beagle Mom Scraps group, and for those of our listeners and followers and watchers that have very limited time to scrapbook, this is the best layout that I can think of to get you good, quick, fun layouts. So if you are a 12 by 12 scrapbooker, what you would need to kind of extend this to a 12 by 12 layout would be 3 project life cards, 3 by 4s, and 3 by 4 pictures. And what you would do is you would just add those, 1 project life card and 1 picture, either to the right or to the left of how I have the photos. But the rest of it could be, this page design could super duper easily be adjusted to work for a 12 by 12 layout as well as an 8.5 by 11. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this. Decided I wanted a darker blue mat onto this behind those super duper cute project life cards so that they would pop just a little bit more off the white backgrounds. I'm going to take these 2 papers and I'm going to put them on the top and the bottom, and now I'm going to stare at this layout, and because this is as far as I got and I was kind of like, what do I want to do now? I have these cut aparts from Click Kits that I also kind of want to use because I want to bring in some of the bright green that's in the background of one of those photos and bring it into the layout. And I have these puffy stickers. I'm kind of showing you my supplies. I have the brand new Pandora's Ombre from the new release that just was Wednesday, and the Pandora's Ombre is gorgeous. So ultimately what I decided to do is pull out some core cards, so I'm going to use those 2 on my layout. And this is Shimmer's Colorings in Mama Sings the Blues, and I pulled everything off the layout because I decided I was going to do just some splatters behind my photo and all my different layers. And I'm going to use this handy dandy Nerf pellet thing that my oldest son sat on my scrapbook table. I don't know why. My kids stick random stuff on my scrapbook table. I think they're just like gifting me with things to find. And that particular day there was a little Nerf pellet, so I used that to splatter my colorings. And it actually worked really well, so I'm kind of going to just keep it there for next time, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start sticking down what I already had. So I knew I wanted that lovely pattern paper at the top and bottom. I knew that I wanted my 2 photos and 2 3 by 4 cards. And now I'm kind of deciding on embellishment placements, different things like that. I'm going to go with a little banner cluster up here at the top. I also kind of moved my photos around and the orientation with the 3 by 4 cards because I wanted to do a cluster underneath those triangles, and I loved how I could make it so that my little boy is like pointing at the embellishment cluster that I would have planned to put there. And I love how in the bottom photo, the way his eyeline is, like it's like he's looking up into the layout and into the rest of, he's kind of looking up at himself at the top photo. So I really, really liked that orientation a little bit better than how I originally had it. So I'm just going to create a little bit of an embellishment cluster up here. I'm going to staple down these core cards, and I'm going to add some of my Pandora's Ombre sequins. If you haven't gone over to the Spiegel Mom Scraps blog, there is a huge, ginormous blog hop this week with all of the sparklers and also the entire team from Creative Embellishments, and we all got to play with some Creative Embellishments goodies, and that was super duper fun. And yeah, so go check it out. There's a whole bunch of new products over at the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop, and Jody is working on the shop and doing a bunch of stuff this week, so she actually isn't shipping at all, but she gave everybody a free shipping code. So you can get free shipping from now until March the 12th. So you can grab some Shimmers goodies, you can grab all the brand new sequins, and yeah, it's really good deal. So definitely head over there and check that out. So I decided I wanted to put a date on my layout, but my date stamp doesn't go as far back as it needs to date this photo. So I pulled out some of these Webster's Pages tile letters that don't want to stick and stuck all together, and then stuck too well to the paper when I needed to move them. And so I think this layout only took me 25 minutes to complete start to finish, but I really think that the bulk of that was honestly me trying to put these number stickers down. Like they stuck to each other, they stuck to everything. I love them, but they're a little bit of a pain to use, which is why there's still so many of them on that sheet, and they're not quite gone yet, and they're pretty old. But we'll get them used up eventually, because I do really like them. They're a little hard to use. But I needed to go back to 2008, and my date stamp doesn't do that. So the next little embellishment I'm going to pull up is these little puffy stickers. These might be my favorite puffy stickers in the history of ever. They're from the Hazelwood collection, and they're just gorgeous. Never fear. Yes, this particular pack is almost completely gone, but I have another pack. And I really think that if I find them, whenever I'm ordering next, if they're still in stock, I'm still going to buy more of them, because they're so pretty. Oh, they're so pretty. So now I'm just taking a look. Does my page need anything else? And ultimately, I decided that it does not. So that'll do it for today's Fab Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!